So, timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward, but like literally a minute before it starts. I mean, I might as well show you here, that way we can save some time, and I could just cut the video here and there, but not showing you the mile ones. We are showing the CM15. I didn't do a good job. I'm just gonna say it straight up. I went gold chip 2 Dominators, although the Dominators aren't full debuffs, so that's actually not what I would want, but I'm me, so I just had to save time. I tried to save time, and that's what I chose. So, without further ado, again, not really much else to see, just making sure we have Dominator, and then just adding whatever I want if for the sake of going. In fact, you'll see, as you can see here, I just made them both today. I just made, I think, Gold Chip and Grass Wonder today. Symboli Rudolf, and then Fake 1200 Speed, so here's the Gold Chip. The actual, well, quote-unquote ace. Throw in hesitant front runners because I wanted to do that, but yeah, I just did that today. I did have another gold chip, but she had less stamina, and I think no medium S, so again, we're working with a fake 1200 speed. And then here's Symboli Rudolf, a fake 1200 speed as well, but it's a similar thing, except for the fact that, yeah, our stamina and our power are quite low, so don't expect her, but I mean, just throw in a 15%. It's less than 15%, but you get the point. Doing our best. And let's just get into it immediately. So, without further ado, not really much else to say. First entry, first day, and off we go. Although, if you've skipped to the timestamps, you've skipped. Otherwise, yeah, here we are just doing our best. So, just to make sure I'm picking the right ones. Also, I did not do a thing. I'm going to do it here. And hopefully, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, I actually have to do something different. Goodness help. But yeah, since this is kind of a stream-like video anyway, you know, we're just gonna stick with this. Yeah, it's gonna be Gold Chip, Grass Wonder, Symboli Rudolf, and that's gonna be what I go with. I picked Symboli Rudolf as my free 3-star, by the way, so that's just what I chose to do when I started Musume in Global. Also, not by rating, date acquired, because otherwise I'm gonna lose track. So, is it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, this is the one I could have used, but it's also a Pace Chaser gold chip, so shrug, right? But I decided that this won't cut it, even with what I had, and from what I looked at, yeah, she wasn't going to cut it. So we're going to do our best and do our best. Again, it's a Pace Chaser gold chip, so I did not make a mistake there, but as for the Symboli Rudolf, she's going to be end, and then Grass Wonder, as to be expected, is going to be late. So it's gonna be it's gonna look strange. I know the skill set that I used looks a little strange because it's because people might just be going with a bunch of debuffers themselves anyway. Gold Chip might very well be she might very well be in like 4th or 5th if there aren't a lot of front runners. So and I say 5th or lower because maybe someone else gets caught up because someone's also running hybrid or actually running end closer, late surger. Again, I tried running end closer for this champions meeting, but from what I looked at and what I observed, it wasn't that great for me. So the only other thing I'll say about that is that, yeah, I have trusted trainers that I use partners for that, well, I say trusted. Most of them are just pick-me-ups here, but I know that their front runners are good. So as we sit here and look at front runners and pace chasers here, yeah, 2 fronts, 3 pace, 2 late, 2 end, and yep, that's to be expected. So without further ado, that's probably a hybrids as well. Yeah, hybrids, Dominator, and yeah, these people, these trainers definitely have their things set up. So without further ado, not really much else to look at. If we run into a lobby full of Mystifying Murmurs, sure, but because Radiant Star exists, that's less likely to happen if everyone is training relatively efficiently, because, yeah, you don't normally need to worry about that. If you do 2 Mystifying Murmurs and the other 2 trainers aren't, you don't have enough stamina debuff. I promise you don't have enough against a properly built, even squad of aces, but most likely going to see some Dominators here, so shrug, right? But as we get this race started, yeah, Gold Chip, Pace Chaser, and we do our best. I didn't need to add things like Cloudy Days and Hunching Race Course, but I promise you the other decisions, like I wasn't going to take, not Dazzling, but any, like, that debuff for Field of View, when I wasn't going to take, normally certain straightaways. I think I would still like straightaways, but I didn't have many skill points for Gold Chip left, basically, is what I'm trying to say, so yeah, and that's why you see a circle, medium straightaways, but I didn't take a double circle. I think I could have definitely picked the skills a lot better, but again, this Gold Chip was trained in the past 24 hours, so maybe my mind was going crazy at that point, but Normally you want to see gold chip at, probably at 4th or 3rd. I don't want just redshift. Obviously it would be great to get a close 6th into a 6th pump iron into redshift, but that's really pushing it. So went pace chaser because a lot of the end closer testing I tried to do just exploded against pace chasers and front runners, so I just decided to go pace chaser gold chip. That does mean I don't get unique, but if if skills proc like you just saw on screen, then it's not as bad. So as we get our speed carry over into the final leg, let's see what if we get anything else. No, not really. Just pain. We get a redshift, but it came a little late. It's fine though. Maybe? Question mark? I guess we're gonna find out. No, not really. So without further ado, just doing our best. I don't think we're gonna get a single. Okay, we do get a dominator, but it's not. Yeah, we're a bit too far behind. And if our speed is not at 1200. Even with medium S, you don't catch up here. You don't catch up. You would have to be usually late surger and closer. So, shrug, but without further ado. Also, yes, I could have also... I do have an Xmas Ogre as well. That's not going to be what happens here, so... Without further ado, off we go. If I were to give a guess, probably only one win in this lobby. First day of the Champions Meet, usually you get a good... And obviously I'm coming right out the gate when it opens, so that hurts a little bit, but not as much as you think. I've seen a few trainers queue in later on in the day one, and it's just as competitive, so... Goodness. But as I sit here and do my best, I also just looked at a thing over on the side of my screen. But if the game would load properly, yeah, we're going to see what happens here. I'm just as likely to lose to an end closer focused ace lobby as well. So, I mean, shrug, right? That's all I'm going to say. But we'll see what actually happens. Yeah, we'll see what actually happens. So, we'll take a quick look. I want to look at an Adjutant, by the way. But, yeah, not really much else to look at here. That stamina seems too low. For a long moment, though, before we get into the timestamp and talk race, I did think for some reason this was a 2400 meter attack. It's not. So, off we go. But yes, gold chip not getting her unique, but on the other hand is not on a separate note, is not great. Saiyan Sky being in the front 2 is not great, but the only time I've beaten the Saiyan Sky with gold chip is when gold chip is a pace chaser. Or when the Saiyan Sky misfires. That happened once too, but if front runners are built well, they're built well. So pace chasers are built to catch up to front runners. Seems a lot more appropriate. If there are no front runners, though, I just explode as well. It does not end well for me. Oh goodness! But funny enough, as you may have looked at the grass. Oh goodness, my body. With the Dominator, she works relatively well as she works relatively okay as well, as it turns out. But again, it will require a lot of good procs, not just acceleration, but velocity as well. Basically, I expect the CM to go very poorly for me. So even though I've trained better for skills, as you may have seen the stat lines, not as great. So shrug, right? We'll do our best. Hope that, well, no, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, because I don't know. I think this is actually the only gold chip where I reliably got hesitant frontrunners, and felt confident that she could do at least okay in Champions Meet. But as we get head on into Raid Shift, that'll help, but unfortunately, yeah, it's a Kita-san Black. Kita-san's Black or Saiyan Sky are going to hurt me a lot. So here's hoping that we get enough, because I think if they're 1200 speed, this is going to be a very interesting final sprint down the leg here. I think late surgers can catch up. If that Nice Nature's a late surger who procs onto velocity prick, she can definitely catch up. But hey, double dominator, so I have double dominator, and I think I proc hesitant front runners as well. No gold ship unique for sadness. And of course, any stamina drain would help as well. But yeah, off we go. So we got one win. Will I get two? Possibly. That wasn't what I was going to guess, but my guess is already wrong. But yeah, we're going to find out anything else, if anything else is going to happen. So without further ado. Also, I was supposed to have something going off in the background. Can it still go off in the background? I guess we're going to find out. Technically it can, so yeah, we'll have that. I've just started an Easter egg, and this is me officially declaring a certain Easter egg. But as we see, no front runners here. We'll take a look at the gold chip, and that's all I really want to go. I mean, I really should just smooth through. Again, not really... I shouldn't really need to be surprised by what people might have. shrug. Aside from the fact that, oh yeah, I guess Christmas Ogre would do great for stopping the stamina debuff as well. I just always forget about that because I forget, so... yeah, that looks a bit odd, but I guess it doesn't really matter. If you want to Oshi push, you can Oshi push. That's a Guts build, definitely. But as we see an End Closer Guts gold chip as well, yeah, let's see if I lose. I tend to, for some reason, lose a lot more to Guts build Musume as well. Just below the number of times, I mean, everyone else running wits-based training works, goes off. But as we get our start here, I mean, technically I'm working with better than 1200 speed aptitude with right-handed, although, yes, those skill points would probably be better put to use with actual acceleration or velocity skills near the end of the race, or at the end of the race. But I'm shrugging in real life, as I say. I didn't have a lot of skills left to choose. And if I showed you the deck, I think I showed you the deck that I used for training this gold chip as well, but it did have a special week, the SSR beginning of global server, or beginning of Musume special week event SSR speed, to try and get Gourmand, and I never got Gourmand, which is why this gold chip, if she has the skill, she has a few Pace Chaser white skills, because, yeah, I just couldn't, I couldn't get Gourmand. Funny enough, I think only one gold chip got Gourmand, and she wasn't even usable, so that's why you don't even see her anywhere. That's a lot of velocity, by the way. At least it stops us from losing pace, but boy oh boy, is this going to be an interesting one. Again, I expected to see a lot more Pace Chasers front runners. I would like to have seen more front runners because, yeah, I want to put this to the test, but otherwise... That's something to talk about as we get into the final leg, but I'll mention it in the last ones, because as that Christmas Ogre gets her Festive Miracle proc, we need to get our procs. A Nimble Navigator isn't going to be enough, because if that is if that's a Pace Chaser Christmas Ogre, we are not catching up, so... it's stronger accelerations than obviously my gold chip, but at the same time, yeah, anything else would have been great as well. Yeah, we got double dominated here, so off we go. I don't think Grass Wonder proc enough skills in general, so I don't think she's going to be catching up. Yeah, based on this angle, no, it's not going to happen. So, without further ado, off to the next race we go. And then Grassmunder, funny enough, placing top 3, so... yeah, much more likely, I mean, if we were to give final win rates for the Musume, gold chip 30%? No, I'll say 20. I'll say 20-ish%. I'll ballpark it. Give me a plus or take like 5%. So gold chip 20% win rate. Grass Wonder 5%. Symboli Rudolf probably like 1 win. So whatever that amounts to. Yes, I'm technically saying 0%, but yeah, I know that my training has not been the best. And that's due to my own life choices as well. So, as we stick here and look at the Christmas Ogres, can you believe that people said Christmas Ogre wasn't... there are trainers who said Christmas Ogre wasn't going to work as well here? I'm not laughing at them, I'm laughing at that point. But again, because I wanted to Oshi push, but I also wanted to run Dominators, yeah, I chose to run... It's Gold Chip and then 2 Dominators, so shrug in real life, right? But... as we get a full-on Grass Wonder. So the thing about running a full debuffer is that they won't go forward far enough for that, so that their skills they will stay behind so that their skills fire. Of course, that means you can't win if there's like a 2% chance, but I'm shrugging in real life as I say it's nice. So shrug, right? But as we get this race started, yeah, looking for, if I do get 3 acceleration procs, at an opportune time, I need to take a look at basically that race again. So, Future Jordan, this is homework for Future Jordan, but as we are right in between 2 Christmas Ogre caps, yeah, again, I'm always going to be fielding Gold Chip. That's all I'm trying to say here. But also looking for any stamina procs that would, any amount of them would help, but when you get rushed with like 700, 800 plus wit, which is still relatively low compared to what we're going to get in the future, yeah, it feels really bad. Now we need the Radiant Star proc, otherwise we are not going to make it. Again, there's no way to tell for sure if you're getting a downhill acceleration proc, but we just cross our fingers and hope, because anything could happen. And that's to also say that we can't tell when other Musume are proccing rushed. The commentator can tell you at certain times, but as we do get our Radiant Star proc, at this point we're getting really close. But if Festive Miracle procs an opportune moment for any of these Ogre caps, yeah, she could just run away. That's something that I did halfway forget. As I entered this CM, so as you can see that Christmas Ogre immediately shoot forward. The same needs to be true for a gold chip, and we need to not get blocked. So we do get double Dominator. Don't know if it's going to be enough because that happened during the acceleration point, so shrug. Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about Christmas Ogre. But for some reason, even though I knew that that was going to be a very common, so running 2 front runners Ogre Cap, running Ogre Cap with 2 end closers and or late surgers was going to be a popular pick. But again, I want to do gold chip, so I will live and lose by the gold chip. So, off we go. Am I actually going to predict my own win rate correctly for this first entry? 1 win, remember? So, here we are, standing, doing our best. But yeah, that's not that. Now, with all of this, what I've said, this video said, the next Champions Meet is going to be even just as interesting because I need to get the aptitudes. I haven't done any aptitude train or gone for any aptitude legacies, so it's going to be really interesting when I start training for the next Champions Meeting. Basically, I'm going to be relying on RNG to grant me the inspirations, and if they don't come, well, they don't come. Shrug, right? So yeah, it's a little jarring to see. No, should I say that? Because I'm not sure if that's true for sure. That is, yeah, that Saiyan Sky is a special week. I mean, am I surprised? They all look proper, so off we go. That looks a little low on stamina. I don't know if that gold ship will survive, but I guess we'll see. Again, with any, I've seen like 200, 300 missing stamina plus guts, just HP in total. But downhill acceleration procs, so yeah, off we go. Now, whether or not we can actually not get rushed and proc skill successfully, again, I want to see a relatively good. I had like the one that I won really, so it wasn't really a good observation experiment for me. Was this one front runner, by the way? Huh, that's interesting. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this race I get to see it. Otherwise, I mean, the rest of the entries, I normally speed past the rest of my entries anyway when I do them off recording. So, I mean, it's not going to help as much. But as we approach the mid leg and see who creeps forward the most, it's going to be a Festive Miracle. I'm going to keep watching Festive Miracle. I know it's going to be effective. Most people will have trained their Christmas Ogres effectively. That's all I need to say. But yeah, during medium champions meetings, well, actually, future champions meetings are going to be different anyway, because if you haven't already understood the implication, yeah, summer's coming and so is gold ship, so shrug. I actually need to not be in second, but that's... I thought there were going to be more front runners, at least for now, but as we stay in first... Did I take angling and scheming as well? I don't think I did, right? I guess we're going to find out. I know I had a gold ship that had angling and scheming, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be happening. So, did you proc Festive Miracle? It looked like it. We get red chip now that we dropped below, but it's gonna look... This is gonna be a Dominator fight, so there's 2 Dominators for me. All-seeing eyes on my gold chip. Hesitant front runners just to do it. Everyone is actually bunched up together. This is gonna be a real interesting final stretch. So let's find out. Gold chip and Symboli Rudolf proc dueling together. Christmas Ogre is still in front for the moment, but this is gonna be a 1200 speed difference. And it got really close with a nice nature. Yeah, that was not great. Did I proc any other of aside from Redshift? I'm not sure. Symboli Rudolf did get a top 3, but it's the win we care about, so yeah, that was interesting to see. Otherwise, yep, 1 win entry. Guessed it myself. Now, will I get to which finals will I actually be in is actually up for contention here. So without further ado, I'll grab my rewards and pretty much this will be the end of the video. If you have anything to say, any other questions, comments, concerns, yeah, I'll let you know. Otherwise, yes, I'm sitting on like, definitely going to be sitting on 120,000 plus carats because I'm preparing for everything to come in the next pretty much month. I think it's maybe 2 months, but we'll see because there are very certain scouts I want to do. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. Thank you for watching. Bye!